Good afternoon, friends and family. Today I'm going to speak about goodness and truth. A lot of times we spend a lot of time during our day looking at news reports, looking at other things, and honestly, it's really difficult just to find middle of the road, not left, not right, but centered, actual, just real news that isn't skewed one direction or the other. Now, we have our own tendencies. Maybe we're more of a left-wing person or a right-wing person, so we choose this news or we choose that news, and that only is going to influence us more and keep us on those polar opposites. But also, it's really difficult just to find, like I said, news that is just true and pure and just the news, nothing else, just straight facts, middle-of-the-road information. It's hard to do that. In the midst of all of that as well, too, it's really sometimes hard to find goodness in the world. We've got a horrible pandemic. We finally get baseball started, and that's taken away from the Marlins almost instantaneously. They made it through a weekend, and now they're done. There's other things that have light, and then we look at it more, and then we find out more behind the story, and that there isn't actual light there, that somebody we trusted is doing something behind closed doors that we're not supposed to be doing. A lot of times we hear these stories of just negative stuff that's always constantly negative and always constantly getting down on us, and it wears on you as a person. So my challenge for us today in this devotion is to spend more time not seeking news and not seeking stories, but seeking truth and goodness in the world. We just had a huge poll of vegetables and produce that will be given down to the Cherry Street Mission. And the really cool thing for our church that we need to see with that is the goodness in the denomination and what we call connectional ministry. I'll be taking the produce tomorrow to Grace United Methodist Church, who is going to go then take it to St. Paul's United Methodist Church downtown, because St. Paul's is filling in the gap where Cherry Street Mission isn't able to serve lunches like they used to be able to. So the three churches together are going to work to give this produce to people in downtown Toledo that need it. We gave it to some of the people that used our food pantry last week. We gave it a couple weeks ago to the people in the Church of God in Elmore. And it's just goodness. We gave it to them, and they're giving it to people that normally are on the free and reduced lunches and those kids. So not only are we serving Elmore, we're serving Woodville, but we're also serving downtown Toledo as an area. That's true. That's a fact. That's actually happened. There's no skewing that story. I physically watched Kathy Bell and Sarah Reeder and pick some vegetables, and I picked a couple here and there, and that'll be taken down there to them. That's actual true goodness happening in the world. Our scripture for today talks about these false prophets and these people that are going to spin stories and do things in a way that they shouldn't, and that we need to be cautious and watch for them. Jesus speaks truth about the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem first, but then talks about the false prophets.